we be on the back of the couch, do you think?
No.
Probably.
Oh, wait! He's on the ground! For this.
Okay, we're up and running. 1, 2, 3.
We need to do that at the same time.
Is that funny? Hi.
Clap, clap, clap.
Okay. Last night we did Matthew chapter 6. We've already started family home evening tonight. That means we've got to get into Matthew chapter 7.
No, wait. We forgot to do the activities.
We'll do that
Do that
after
after
the
we do
lesson.
our lesson and our...
Okay. All right.
Then it'll be time for bed. No?
Okay. Let's
Pew, pew.
listen to the teachings here, okay? We're going to be good and listen.
Chapter 7. Jesus concludes the Sermon on the Mount. He commands, "Judge not. Ask of God. Beware of false prophets." He promises salvation to those who do the will of the Father.
Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, Let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For every one that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And it came to pass, when Jesus had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine. For he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes.
I liked the interpretive dance of the scriptures that we get to do there at the end.
How about
Okay, Sam?
So, then get the part that says the word moat and beam.
Yep.
What does that even mean?
Okay. Well, if you promise to be good, will you help me with this part of the lesson?
Sure.
Okay. Come on over. Stand next to me here.
What
Yep. Okay. This is a moat. This is a beam.
Not to scale.
Not to scale, but for our purposes of the lesson. Put your hand out, Danny. No, Danny, now is not the time to ask a question. We're going to do this as part of the lesson. Whoops.
Moat is something
Not
small.
over there, dude.
Moat is small, beam is big.
Okay, so take this. You want the moat or the beam?
I'll take the beam.
Okay. Without poking yourself in the eye, I want you to hold it up to your eye.
Like it was in your eye.
Like it was, pretend like it was in your eye.
Like
Put it like to the side. You see, you hold the end of it. Okay. All right. So, why? Oh, I guess this is brothers. Okay, Danny, come here. You gotta pretend.
That the toothpick is in your eye.
Yeah, hold it by the edge.
And then
Put it right next to your eye. No,
No, not the sharp point.
not the sharp point. Put the point like this, right next to your eye, so that way.
I can't watch.
There you go. Okay.
Well, maybe like closer so that it's almost like it's in your eye.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Okay. All right, Sam. So it says, "And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?" So that would be like, Danny. Sam, you go up to Danny. You have a mote in your eye. And you like go up to him and say, "Let me pull out the mote of thine eye." You can't be moving or wiggling, okay? Especially with sharp, pointy objects.
Near your eyeball.
I can't.
Okay? So you could say, "Hey, let me pull out the mote of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye." So like, wait, so do you think you'd be able to help him cast the mote out of his eye?
No, because the
Beam is in the way.
And what would be more important, do you think? Do you think it's more important to get the little tiny toothpick out of Danny's eye or the great big
Big
chopstick out of it?
stick out of chopstick out of Sam's eye.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
So,
Well, so that's what it is. Did you know it's really easy for us as people to see when other people
not right now, Mimi.
have motes in their eyes? Like, oh, you know what? You're really struggling with keeping the commandments. I see you drinking caffeine.
What is
I'm just kidding around. It's like, or you say, oh, I saw you, I don't know, you didn't make your bed. That's not good. You sinned there. But then, what if you just had a messy room the whole week?
that? Would be bad. Just step on something sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So,
that.
what's really, well, but what's is worse, forgetting to make your bed one day or having a messy room for the whole week? What's worse?
Worst one is the messy room. Holy.
That's right. So, if you say, oh, well, he's got this problem, and you're not thinking about your own problems, what ground do you have to stand on? You can't really talk to someone about someone else's problems. Oh, you know, this person's not a good friend because he's mean to me sometimes. And you can say, oh, but are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're always nice to your friends? Or you're always sharing those kinds of things?
That sometimes happens.
Mhm.
Well, and who do you have the most power to change? Do you have the most power to change you or someone else?
Yeah, yourself. Yeah, so we change ourselves first before we try to help someone else change. Because if you can't keep your room clean for a week, how can you help someone with keeping their bed made for a day? You're not an expert at that, right? All right. Okay. So the next time you feel like you want to criticize or say, hey, you aren't doing something right, criticize means is to talk about what they've done that's wrong. Talk about something they did wrong. They didn't. So there's lots of ways you can do critiques or criticizing. And criticizing is kind of like the worst way because it's not really to be helpful. It's meant to be negative and just say, oh, you're not that great. You're not that good. So the next time you think about that, think about what beam is in your own eye. Right? Because, sometimes it's tempting whenever we're talking about challenges or sins like that to think about sins that other people make instead of the sins that we do ourselves, right?
Sometimes hard to, you can, sometimes something, happen to you and it, hurt you. It's kind of hard to not think of it.
Yeah.
Well, sure, but can't you think of things that you've done wrong before?
Maybe things that you did that hurt someone else. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Nothing hurt me.
Okay. So, that was the lesson tonight. We had our nice little object lesson for family evening.
Well, you know what? I heard this lesson once, this scripture interpreted once, that someone said it was like a speck of dust in someone's eye and a tree trunk in the other person's eye. When you're talking about, that was how it was interpreted, from Greek into their language. It was like,
Little tiny sliver.
or a tree trunk.
Like big.
Tree trunks are kind of big.
So big.
Thanks, Johnson.
Tree. Like this big.
Okay.
Just big.
Okay. So let it be written.
So let it be done. But we forgot the activity.
We'll do that after.
We'll do that now.
Bye.
David.
David, you're the one who can do it.